Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Today, we're going to start off not by showing you time and range, because I did that on the last video, but it has dropped a bit. I was 72 earlier, now I'm 70. But things will go better. My blood glucose right now is 12.8, and you can see that I've come down quite a bit. So all good. How is it this way? Oh, there we are. Come down. So we're getting to be a good number. We're going to continue on today with our talk on back to the basics. And we're going to do testing. Da, 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 da. Most diabetics, and I would say probably 95, have had a glucometer or currently have a glucometer. If you have not necessarily been following your diabetes plan, you will find that your glucometer isn't necessarily giving you the best results. Your first step in is to get your little test, and they're little drops that you can test your glucometer to see if you're reading within normal ranges or high or low. And if you're not, then you sort of need to get on the ball. You also need to refer to how to do testing. Now, testing is pretty well the same for any glucometer. It may be where you put the blood differs, but on whole, it's all the same. First of all, your finger. If you're using your fingers, there are glucometers where you can do it on your arm, but the most accepted way is on your finger. Now, when you're going to do it, you're going to take your alcohol swipe. This is my alcohol swipe. It's just pretend. Actually, no, I can get an alcohol swipe. You get your alcohol swipe, and you clean the finger. And you really want to make sure you clean your finger with a little bit more of friction, because it's the friction that breaks down whatever on your finger. A little tip I do is I always do a secondary finger, just in case I have to use it. So, I've got two fingers. You get your glucometer. Now, because I use the Medtronic insulin pumps, we use the AccuCheck. I gotta clean it again. The AccuCheck system. So it just should keep them fairly clean. There you go, the AccuCheck system. You have your poker. I've already changed the Lancet. And you have your strips. I take my strip slide it in to the machine so that the little blood drops are showing on the outside. I take my lancet device and I'm going to do it on the outside edge. So I have my number, and on mine, you do it on the sides. Oops, let's try to. So I just go in, get a number, and it's going to be 12.8. Send that to my pump. Now, our number here was showing 12.5. So that's a pretty good number. Press yes. And it's accepted. After I'm done, I kind of like to clean everything up. I did it before. So there we go. We're looking a little better. That's how you do a quick and efficient test. I make sure mine works about every 4 or 5 days. Now, glucometers are great to see where you are. The accuracy is going to be less as you shrink or go lower or higher. If you're sort of in the band right across, then that works better. Easier said than done. Always make sure that you've calibrated your pump from your blood sugar readings. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. No, because with the sensors they are using right now, you need to calibrate. You kind of need to say, hey, blood glucose is this. With the new sensors that are coming in that'll work with this pump, it just stops calibrating. I think you have to do it when you put in a new sensor, but we'll wait and see. I had to change last night, so at 3 o'clock this morning I had to get up and do a test. So, all pretty good. So, testing. It's back to the 4 times a day. Now, testing also should be done when you feel you're heading to one of the extremes, either a low or a high. You want to verify where your blood sugars are at. Don't sort of wing it. Oh, this says I'm 15.9. Don't take that verbatim. Because remember what I said. The high or the low extremes, it's not necessarily going to read correctly. It's sort of like it's going to open up a bit more of error into your blood sugar readings. Now, ideally, you shouldn't go high or low quite regularly. Besides having a glucometer test, you should also have a ketone test. And the ketone test is important so that you can see, hey, A, do I have ketones? Is my body breaking down the fat for energy? Or is it converting carbs to glucose? Too many ketones in your system can send you to DKA. And I'm sure if you go back a couple, you will see for me, I had a diabetic emergency where I was admitted to the hospital. I was in ICU for a bit. It's important that you're testing. If you forget to test one day before lunch, okay. So later in the afternoon, test. Don't just say, oh, well, I have to test now, because chances are your readings will be out because of glucose with lunch. Closed loop depends on being able to do blood tests. There are new sensors coming or that are on the market currently where the amount of glucose tests you'll have to do diminishes. That's just my thoughts for the day on testing. With that, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.